So I am currently in my laundry room, which is probably one of the dirtiest rooms in our house. It's got the back door where we go outside. I go outside to the garden, to the barn, to the greenhouse, the chickens, whatever. And it's just kind of messy. But this is where I usually put my seeds. I usually put them like down over here in the floor, if you can see that, with you know, minus all the clothes hanging up. I've had a tote sitting there that needs to go out in the barn, so I'm moving that. I'm gonna clean the floor because it's absolutely filthy. And then I'm gonna put my seed racks, and I'll show you what those look like. But I kind of like putting them in here because there's actually a heater right there, and it will actually put some heat under there because I don't have grow mats. I don't have like the heated mats for my seed trays, so that heat will actually help heat up the soil a little bit. So that is the project for today. Okay, so I was going to put my seeds down over here in the floor where the heater is, but then I'm looking around and it's just cluttered. So I'm cleaning this off. There was stuff on the wall that we had goats, and I just had all this kind of stuff, and we had like baby goats and stuff like that, and we don't have baby goats anymore. So I'm getting rid of some of that stuff, took that stuff off the wall. So I think I'm actually going to be able to put my seeds up here on the back and still have room for where the ironing board goes. That way it won't be in the floor and it won't be so cluttered. I was thinking about, you know, I liked where it was because it's by the heater, but I don't know if that's gonna matter. I mean, it's warm in here. That would be warmer, but it's actually just gonna go straight up behind it. It's not gonna go right underneath it. So I think I'm gonna try this. We'll see how this works. So I just ran into a snag. I measured and everything, but I didn't take into account that bracket that's holding the shelf up. It's right in the way. And like I mentioned earlier, this bracket is right in the way. I didn't take into account that. So I got my drill out and I'm going to move that over. Actually, I'm just going to take it off for right now, I think. There's 3 brackets on it already. I'm just holding it up with this right under there. And then we'll just put this bracket, actually, may just leave it off for right now and then put it back on there whenever I'm done, because this won't stay up. We had all these aloe vera plants that I had this one big plant, it's a big pot, and I separated them out and potted them all and put them outside and totally forgot about them over the winter. Well, winter's not actually over yet, I don't guess, but I totally forgot about them. Hopefully they're not just, I don't know. They may be completely dead. I don't know. I'm gonna find somewhere to put them in here and see if we can kind of bring them back to life. So that fits almost perfectly. I still have the chains on there from, I just left them because that's where I hang the light. I do have to get another light because I did have 2 and one of them doesn't work anymore, so I do have to get another light. But I think this will work out better than it being in the floor because we do hang clothes from here. Now we can still hang clothes and not have to worry about like pants and stuff that we want to dry over here, because otherwise we weren't going to be able to hang them there. So let's go get the light and hang it up. So this is just a 4-foot shop light. I bought 2 of them. Like I said, one doesn't work, so I do have to get another one. I forgot to get that while I was in town today. These are just, I don't know what these are, metal wire racks. I can't remember where I got them. I think I got them from Walmart. I'd actually like to get another set and actually make a taller one and get 2 more light, and that way I'd have more. Of course, it won't be able to go here, but I could put some more up, because on here I can only do like 4 flat because I can't put any up here because I don't have a light. I'll probably put a timer, that way I don't have to remember to turn the light on and off. It will just come on, stay on the amount of hours that I want it to, because otherwise I'll forget. So we have the wire rack, and I've got my light hung, and I'm gonna get another light to hang down here. I just have to purchase that, but right now let's go get the flats, and I can put them in here and just kind of have them ready. The ironing board, I don't think it's gonna fit very well here. I don't know, we'll see. I did get some more clips. I did get some more plant labels though. I found these at Menards. These are like $2 a piece, and there's like 50 in here. I do have some out in the greenhouse, but these came in really handy, and I plan on doing some more seed starting, so I actually will reuse these. I used some of them last year, and then I would turn it over and use the other side. So I found these at Menards. I got online and looked first. These are, I just needed seed trays, plain old seed trays, because I'm going to do the soil blocks with my new soil blocker. So I just wanted these so I could just put them in there. And then these were like $1.40 a piece. And then I got the clear domes to go over it to kind of hold in the moisture and the heat. If you don't have that, I've seen people where they put plastic wrap over the top, so you could totally put plastic wrap over it. The thing about these shelves is only one of these is going to fit on each shelf. So I really only got room for 4. I did buy 8 sets, but my goal is to find more of these after I figure out where I got them from. I'm pretty sure I got them from Walmart. And is to go ahead and get more and have another set ready. I don't know where I'm gonna put them yet, but I'm gonna have another set ready. And then the plan is, as long as I take care of these, I will try to reuse these next year. I don't know. They may not be worth reusing. We'll see what happens to them. So, I don't know if anybody else does this. I just pulled this up out of the floor, which I knew it had this winter rye seed in it. But as I get to looking, it has some of my black-eyed Susan that I saved. And then it has all this. Guys, I have more seeds that I totally forgot about. Oh my gosh. So this is a beneficial insect mixture. I'm pretty sure I was going to plant this last year. I have 3 of them, and I was going to plant it. We had tilled up a spot. I was going to plant it out by where my bees were. Totally forgot. I think I tilled it up, planted some stuff, but then I couldn't find this because it was in here. But there's just all kinds of stuff in here. There's ornamental corn seed. What is this? This is garlic seed. No idea. There's like all kinds of stuff in here. I'm pretty sure my mom gave me this. Forgot about it too. It's a garden grow pouch for petunias. Definitely need to do that. Alright, so I just got home and I'm out here in the greenhouse. It's still a little bit chilly, but it is like 67 degrees in here. And I think I'm going to go ahead and mix up some of the soil that I got the other day. And I'm going to mix it up. I'm going to add a little bit of water just to get it to where it will stick together. And then I'm going to try out my new soil blocker and go ahead and get some soil blocks done so I can get some seeds started. So I went ahead and gave the chickens some grain, and we haven't really been getting eggs. Our chickens are older. I've got to get some new layers this year. But I did just find 1 egg, and it's I'm not sure. That's a little bit different shape. It's got some stuff on it. I don't know. We've got a couple of new hens that are supposed to be laying, but they usually lay smaller eggs than that. So I'm not real sure about that or whose that is. And obviously the shell is not very thick because I just totally busted it. Grr. So I'm just going to go give it to the chickens because my hands are not clean and I totally busted that. That is not very thick shell. Alright, so I ran in and got water. So we got some water. We like to reuse as much stuff as we can. It's like an old kitty litter, I guess, thing that somebody gave us. So here are my new trays. So I do have new trays. I bought these at Menards. They were like $1.40 a piece. I got 8, I think. And then the silver. And then they have the clear domes that go over them, and they were like, I think about the same price. So I got 8 of each to start out with. I also brought, this is just an old, I'm pretty sure this is a litter pan. We aren't using it anymore, and instead of getting rid of it, and it's been stored in the garage, I think, I'm just gonna mix the soil up in it. We're gonna get this started. I've got my seed tray, I've got my soil blocker, I've got this. We're gonna dump some soil in here, and we're gonna mix it up. I think I'm gonna have to use my knife. So I'll just use a garden spade and I'm gonna start with this one. I'm just gonna mix like half. This is the one that I was actually going for. This is Miracle-Gro. I don't ever buy any of this. Not normally. I made my soil last year out of peat moss, vermiculite, and just compost. So this year I'm going to try something a little bit different. I've been watching videos and whatever. So this is actually a Miracle-Gro Performance Organic. It's for containers. Well, here, I'll just show you. This is the one that I have. It's for container mix. So I don't know. We'll see. We're going to see how it works. I'm gonna cut this open and I'm gonna use my, here's what I'm looking for. Measuring cup. Whatever works. Alright, so I keep an old pair of scissors out here for things like this. So that looks pretty good. It's a nice soil consistency. It's got some organic matter in there. Actually, I'll just do this on the ground. It'll make it easier. Alright. This one, I should have my gloves on. And actually this soil is already kind of damp. So, I may not need to add too much water. Okay, so there's one. Okay, there's two. I'm trying to look and see what all is in here. Let's go ahead and do another one. We'll do 3. So I've still got to add the other as well. There's 3 of that. Then this next one was actually, I couldn't find it at Home Depot. And the reason I couldn't find it is because it was outside in the snow still. So it was actually frozen when I brought it home. So I put it out here in the greenhouse, hoping that it would thaw out a little bit. So hopefully it did. Now this one is Vigoro All-Purpose Potting Mix. So it says it has 9 months of continuously feeds, up to 9 months, I guess. This one's not organic. I'm just kind of trying some new things out this year. This is one that somebody else was using. I'm watching a video and trying to get just some different ideas this year. I want to make sure that my seedlings start out really good and that they have plenty of nutrients. I'm just going to add the same amount of this that I added of the other. This looks like it has organic material in it as well. But this bag was about $7, and I thought the other bag was too, but it was actually $12. The organic Miracle-Gro was about $12. So there's 3. Look at that nice black dirt. Looks good. Let's move a view up here so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to go ahead and add some water to this. That first one was pretty wet, but that second one was not, so. It's just like being a kid again, making a mud pie. I definitely should have had my gloves on. Okay. So it looks like it'll kind of stick together, and that's what we want. I am going to have this all over me, I'm afraid. So I've never used a soil blocker before, so this is the first time I've actually using this, so we're going to see how it works. Hopefully I do it right. And it makes an awful noise. It's like it needs to be oiled. Okay, so they say, the directions said, to kind of move it around in there, and when you start seeing water on the top, then that is when you know that you have enough. And you have to just compact it in. Ah, okay, I see. See how there's water coming up out of the top? Can you see that? Alright, so that means we're done. Which, that's pretty even. Alright, let's see what we got here. Alright, so there's our soil block. Actually, I was going to do these this way, wasn't I? Okay, so. Ta-da! Can you see them? Actually. Alright, first ever soil blocks that I have created. First ever. Okay, so that's pretty exciting. I only have 4, but those are pretty cool. And pretty easy, actually. Now I just wonder, okay, yeah, so I'm picking it up and it's staying together, so that's good. All right, that's awesome. So it leaves this little divot. Can you see the little divot in the middle? So that is where the seed will go, and I think it looks like I can probably get another, so I can probably get 5 across in this. Awesome. All right, let's finish these. This makes me want to plant seeds, I gotta tell you. Alright, almost done a whole tray. It's getting too wet. So let's add a little bit more of the drier soil in. Okay, since I don't need all of those because I don't have enough room, if you can see that. Can you see where I actually just need 3 in here. So I went ahead and put them in where I was getting them, and I'm actually able to pick them up and put what I need in here. So that worked out really well, actually. All right, this tray is full. This tray here I filled completely. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Or these will hold 50 soil blocks. So that's awesome. That will hold 50 soil blocks. So that's pretty cool. Now I know how many each tray will hold, so I can kind of plan and decide on what I want to plant. I need to actually look at my list and decide what I want to go ahead and plant, because I think I'm going to start planting either this weekend or possibly next week. I'm going to try to definitely keep a journal and write down everything that I'm planting, because I think that's really important. Like what I'm going to write down what soil I used for this one. I have my little stakes that I keep, my little markers. I've got all my seeds in here. And I really would love it if I could actually grow the seeds in the greenhouse, but the greenhouse actually gets pretty low because it got down to 17 in here last night. So it got pretty cool. Today's high is actually 71 in here, and it's really kind of nice in here now. But of an evening, it gets kind of chilly out here. We don't have power out here yet. That is maybe one project that I would like to do, so that I could probably put maybe some grow mats out here. That would be really neat to be able to do, but that is not in the budget right now. So each tray, I think these are 10 by 20 trays. Are they 10 by 20, 11 by 20, or something like that? So they hold 50 2x2 cell blocks. That's awesome. So I can fit 50 little blocks of soil in there, and I can get 50 things started in each of these trays. So now I just have to plan and see what I want to get started growing. Okay, so the lighting out here is horrible because of the greenhouse, the sun blaring through the roof, but I decided to go ahead because I was so excited to do these soil blocks. I think I'm going to go ahead and finish this soil. I'm going to go ahead and fill these 4 trays up. There's 50 more. I'm so excited, guys. I just can't help it. Alright, so I'm going to stop there since I actually only have 1 grow light right now. I've still got to get the other one. So I'm going to go ahead and stop with 2 trays because that's all I have room for underneath the light. So I have cleaned up my stuff. I went ahead and cleaned this off. I don't want soil all left on it. And I'll set it over here. I do have some soil still in here. But that'll be okay. This is going to be out here. It's going to be closed up. No, nothing's going to be able to get in here. So I'm just going to take these trays inside. These are actually pretty heavy. So I'm going to take these inside and let's go put them on the shelves underneath the grow lamp. Alright, let's take this one. There are our 2 trays with soil blocks, our light that we'll use before long. So after the seeds sprout, we will get after I get the seeds put in there and after they sprout, we'll turn the grow lamp on, aka just a shop light, and then those will be moving right along. So then I do have room for 2 more down here. There's room for 2 more trays right here. I mean, that may be enough. That will be, what, 200 starts? So depending on what all I'm starting by seed, this could be enough. I do have 8 trays total that I bought, so I do have more. But as it warms up outside and in the greenhouse, I could probably start some out there. So we'll just kind of play it by ear and see how it goes. But first, I should probably organize, see what I want to plant first, what I want to get started, and then that will kind of dictate how many more soil blocks, and if I need more than just 4 trays or 200 soil blocks. I really hope you enjoyed this video on me getting everything set up, making soil blocks for the very first time. I would love to know what your go-to is for starting your seeds. And if you haven't ever started seeds before, do it. I encourage you to start just a few. It's so much fun to see the seed grow into a little plant and take care of it. So try it out. If you have any tips or if you have any tricks that you want to share them below in the comments. And I can't wait to show you my seed starts before.